I spent $80 on this knife. Let's see if it's truly worth it. This is a no BS unboxing. I'm not judging long-term durability, just what you get, how it feels, and whether it's promising or disappointing out of the box. Now, the actual cost on this knife is $80, like I said. However, I spent just over $100 on this one. You'll see why here in just a second. I'm not sure how popular this knife honestly is. I'm not sure how much people talk about it, but I know after seeing the pictures, I really wanted to pick it up and feel it in hand. Like I said, this knife is about $80, so it puts it right in the middle of that budget range, and you have a lot of options. So let's see how this knife actually compares to what you could be buying for the same price. So this is what I like about Civivi. Like I said, I've owned a couple of these before. They give you this really nice canvas nylon pouch, like a carrying pouch almost. Super convenient for if you want to toss like the knife in your backpack or something. Before I get too deep, this is the Civivi BioPhase. I'm really happy to hear that it's new. It's made in China. Civivi is a Chinese manufactured brand, but honestly, that doesn't really hurt the quality of Civivis at all. Okay, let's take a look at what's in the pouch. So you have your product information, which is really nice. That way you know like if you can take apart your knife or not and clean it. A couple stickers here. I have a lot of these stickers. A little cleaning pouch. This is very convenient for cleaning your knife if it gets dirty or debris or anything like that. And then the Elementum. I actually gave my girlfriend this knife. It truly is actually a great EDC if you're looking at something different. Alright, well, you guys don't care about these stickers. Let's actually get into the meat and potatoes of this. So let's get this pulled out. Let's get this put away. Let me clean up. Alright, let's get this opened up. Okay. First impression, this is a lot lighter than I expected it to be, especially with it being aluminum handles. Got a nice deep carry pocket clip. So when you put it in your pocket, it's not going to reveal the knife as much. It has a nice button lock on it. As far as I understand, Civivi does a really good button lock. Some people complain that they're squishy, and I can definitely understand where people are coming from, but Civivi does it really well. Alright, flipper tab on the side, aluminum handles. These are aluminum, which is why it is a little bit lighter, especially with the skeletonized style. Okay, that's not quite as snappy as I expected it to be honest. I expected more of a snap or something along those lines. But it's not bad. When opening the blade, it does feel really smooth. In hand, like I said, it's super light. It's really weird. It is super light. It's when you have something that's made with aluminum, you don't expect it to necessarily be the lightest thing in the world. When I grip it, I can feel some hot spots right here, especially along this jimping. I'm not quite sure why they put this here. Maybe it's just for texture. If you're holding it in a different way. I don't hate it. It's definitely something that I'm going to have to get used to, though. It's just not something quite that I would expect. Having the little notch here kind of fits in between your two knuckles like this. So being able to hold it like that is super comfortable. You got a little cutout here for your finger to go if you ever need it to go there. I personally don't like having my fingers there just because if I'm doing something and my finger slips up on accident, putting it away, I guess is like the best way to say it. Putting it away feels really nice. Disengaging it, there we go. Feels really nice. It is smooth. I am seriously in awe on how light this is. I will say it feels a little bit cheaper than I'd expect. However, like I said, this is only an $80 knife. Well, this one's $107. But it feels a little cheaper than you expect, and the only reason why is because the skeletonized aluminum handle, cutting out the inside. I understand why they did it. For one, for aesthetic, it does look really good and it matches really well. Now, the reason why this is $107 obviously is the Damascus. I'll put everything on screen up here of what the actual steels are together. But no, honestly, it doesn't feel bad. Compared to other Civivis that I've felt, there's some where I've spent the same amount of money and it's felt way better than this. But there's also other knives I've bought that feel way worse than this that are $200, $300, $400, right? So I wouldn't say that it's the worst thing in the world, but my expectations for Civivi specifically have kind of lacked for this one. I can't lie to you. I do like this Bowie style blade. I want to see how good the edge is right out of the box, especially since you just saw me unbox it. So let's try it out. Let's see how good of a slice it is. I mean, honestly, not horrible. Right out the gate, not horrible. You have a nice flatter grind here, so you're not going to have to push really as hard to get that nice slicing motion. And really, that's what Bowie's known for anyway. A Bowie style knife is meant to slice and penetrate. So that's really convenient. Another thing I really like, now, it isn't quite as nice as I thought it was going to be, because it's almost like a Bowie and a harpoon mixed together. Because with a harpoon, you always have a place for your thumb to go. Now, when I saw it, I saw this, right? That little dip there. I thought that was going to be a comfortable place for your thumb to go. You really have to extend your thumb out to get your thumb on there to give you that stability that you need. However, they did add texture back here, or jimping back here. So you do have a good place for your thumb to rest over here. Unfortunately, don't let the pictures fool you. Your thumb can't, for me, comfortably can't go here. Maybe your finger if you're doing more of a slicing motion like this. But your thumb can't quite fit the way that you would want it to. It just feels like you're exerting too much in your wrist. Would I carry this every day? Probably not. The lightweightness really bothers me. Now, it's not that this knife being lightweight is a problem. I just prefer carrying a heavier knife. However, I am going to carry this for the next few days. That way I can give an honest review instead of just judging it by immediate feel, because some knives will surprise you. They may not feel the best, but then you put them out into the real world and they actually feel really good. I don't know. I mean, there's not really much more to say about this. I really like... I don't know. I like a lot about it. I like how it looks. I was expecting something a little bit heavier. Like I said, especially with it being aluminum instead. As I'm playing with it, the action is smoothing up a lot more. Button lock definitely helps with that. I really like a smooth opening knife and a smooth, obviously, closing of the knife. Because I don't want to have to think about closing my knife on if it's closed or not, and if I'm going to slice my fingers or not. If you're thinking about buying this, give me a couple days to carry it. I will be doing a no BS review on this and giving an honest, real-world review on how I truly feel about it. So make sure to subscribe and watch for that. That way you know if this knife is actually worth it or not. Overall, first feelings out of the box, I think it feels fine. No immediate issues. Besides, like I said, the lightness, the hot spots here on the back. It's not bad. Not quite what I expected. I'm excited to actually field test this and see how it does in the real world. Yeah, I can't wait to actually do a real review about this. But make sure to subscribe so you can see my real world review on this knife, if you should actually buy it or not, or if maybe you pass on this one. But thank you guys so much for watching this no BS unboxing of the Civivi BioPhase. And yeah, make sure to like and comment if you have any questions about the knife so far, or if you own one personally and want to share your opinions. I would love to hear how you guys feel if you own this knife. Also, follow me on my other socials, TikTok and Instagram. I'm active on both of those, same as the handle on YouTube, MentalHealthEDCGuy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.